It's talk time with little scholars every Saturday. Come hear the scholars. We learn, we laugh, and we share our minds from peace building to technology, education, current affairs, and social life. Find us on YouTube, Upperboards, and SoundCloud. We have got big ideas just waiting for you. With voices young and stories bold, together we shine, together we grow. It's talk time with little scholars. This is a project of Excellence Foundation for South Sudan. Let's build a world where young minds glow.
Hello everyone, it is so nice to see all your smiling faces today. Let's know your names.
My name is Patricia Ketu in Primary 8.
My name is Godelaza in Primary 8.
My name is Rita Esmon, I'm in Primary 8.
Okay, nice to meet all of you. I'm really excited to talk with you all about something you all know about, exams. Now, don't worry, this isn't a real exams or anything like that. Just want to have a fun little chat and hear what you think about exams. Like, how do you get ready for them? Do they make you feel nervous or excited? Maybe you even have funny story to tell. Are you ready to get started?
Yes.
So we have Rita, Godwill, Patricia. Are you ready for the term 1 exams?
Yes, I'm ready for the term 1 exam.
And you, Godwill?
Yes, I'm ready for the first term examination.
And you, Patricia?
I'm ready for first term examination.
How are you preparing for the exams, Patricia?
Revising my work daily, but not all that all the time I will be revising. I revise just for 30 minutes and I go and watch television for 5 minutes, then I eat, I come and revise again.
What about you, Godwill?
I revise twice a day and I revise my previous work of the class.
I revise daily after dinner and I revise my work not only depending the one of Primary 8 but I revise the one of previous classes, for example Primary 7 and Primary 6.
That is good. How early should people prepare for exams?
People should prepare for exam 3 weeks before the exam. Yes.
Why do you say 3 weeks before the exams? That's when you think that person is really ready.
Yes.
Okay, what about you? What do you
People should revise 3 weeks before the examination.
And you?
People should focus on the thing before the examination comes.
Why do you think we have exams? Have you ever thought about it?
We have exam because the teachers wanted to know whether you have been attentive to the relations or just come here just to do fun with your colleagues.
What about you, Godwill?
Because people don't mind on how the teacher teach.
On how the teacher teach?
Yes.
Why do you think we have exams?
To test our minds that the teacher, to remind the teacher on the previous what he was been teaching, whether you were attentive or not, or whether you were been joking during the lesson or you were talking with your friend.
Okay, that is Rita for us. Thank you, Rita, for your answers. What do you think could be in the mind of the examiner when they are testing you?
To remind you what you have learned in previous classes so that if anything, if you face any challenge in future, you'll learn it to solve it. For example, like mathematics, if you want to be a doctor, mathematics is there. So it is better to have examination for mathematics so that in future you'll pass it.
Okay. Thank you, Patricia. But you said you want to be what? You want to be a doctor. Okay. Now we have Godwill. What do you think could be in the mind of the examiner when they are giving you that exam paper?
We remind people on how the teacher teach and on how the previous class is.
Okay. What are some of the mistakes that pupils make during exams? What do you think that the mistakes that people do during exams? Rita?
people share answers with others, like for example, discussing during examination is not allowed for a pupils, and cheating also is not allowed. You must not do this mistake in order to remind you the things that the teacher have teach, or you were attentive or not. And that is not good for a pupils to cheat during examination time or discuss in examination time.
Okay. What mistakes do you think that pupils make?
Mostly people cheat to share answers with colleagues. But even if the teacher catches you, may reduce 25 marks from your work. It is better to revise and to depend on yourself that you will do better in future. So that even if the teacher comes just randomly and asks you what is civilization, you know to answer him without fear and even, because you know yourself that you have revised and you know you will answer it properly. But someone who is depending on another person, even though simple question like that, you will not manage to answer it because you have been depending on another person. Even the teacher will know that you have been cheating the exam.
Okay, that is a good answer from Patricia. We are going to the next. What are the best study methods for remembering information got with?
We should revise in silent places in order to remember things.
Okay. And you, Patricia?
Like for me, if I'm revising, I know I revise with my brothers, because if I see them, I will know that I have revised this thing. And for example, like what is fertilization, I try to get more of it, even I check the photos so that I will know what is it. Because if the teacher asks me, well, if I get it in the book, I will know to answer it correctly.
That is an answer from Patricia. And then from you, Rita, what do you do? What do you do? What are the best methods for remembering information?
Revising daily the notes that the teacher have write, or the explanation you write somewhere in order for you to remember the things that the teacher was being explaining. Like for example, the key points of the topic, you may write it somewhere in order for you to remember the rest of the things.
What are some healthy practices for exam anxiety in order for you not to fear your exams?
I work with my colleagues, because sometimes I will ask them questions if I don't know this thing, so that I can understand the meaning or the definition or the importance of this thing before reaching to the exam. Like for example, the teacher may set a question that I don't know, maybe my friend knows, and then I will ask my friend a question before reaching the exam, so that if the question comes, I will not fail it and I will manage to get it.
Thank you, Rita. What about you, Patricia? What do you do?
I wake up at 5, revise my work for something like 30 minutes, then I go and rest, then I eat properly, drink my tea, then I ask my father so that they pray to me so that I revise everything. And so when I come to school, I ask my colleague question, and so she or he will ask me question, because maybe it's a question that he knows that he or she knows the answer, and then me, I don't know the answer, maybe we will appear in the exam, we now need to answer correct, and all of us shall pass the exam.
Thank you, Patricia, for your correct responses. And you, Gabriel, what do you do?
Not to stress yourself, and you should check your colleagues' work in other schools and revise with your colleagues.
Okay, that is good. What would be your advice to other pupils outside there, so that when the exams are approaching, they can also prepare well during those exams?
My advice to students like us is that when you are revising, you should not say that I'm revising so that my parents will be proud of my work. So revise it because you are feeling that you will do your best in future, and you have main thing for revising. Like for me, I want to be a doctor, that's why I'm revising that early. When you are revising, you should not just lean on what the teacher has taught you, but like if you see a wildlife, the teacher is in the class, you should know what part of his speech is the teacher, is it noun or pronouns, what part of his speech is lying on, so that if the teacher is bringing an exam and if he asks you what do you mean by this one, you manage to score it correct. And even You should revise with your elder sisters, if not elder sisters, even with people in the church, and you should pray that God will help you and you will pass the exam.
Okay, that is a word from Patricia for you. Advice to her colleagues in any school. That is her word for you. Now we have to hear from Godwill what he has to tell us. What advice do you give your colleagues? Not only in your school, but in other schools.
To revise and on revising do not depend on the primary 8 work or other classes, but the previous class you must revise the work because the teacher may bring in question from the previous classes.
Okay, thank you.
They should not focus only on primary 8 work or primary 7 work, but revise their primary 6 work and primary 5 work in order to pass the examination, and also ask their elder sisters some question in order for them to understand whether they don't understand the question, and they will ask the teacher before the exam reach.
I want to say thank you very much for your time. You have been listening to Patricia and Godwill and Rita. We have come to a conclusion. I can tell you guys are great thinkers. You were very brave and confident. Well done. You have been listening to Talk Time with Little Scholars, where young minds speak loud and proud. Catch us every Saturday on YouTube, Upperboards and SoundCloud, brought to you by the Excellence Foundation for South Sudan, giving children a voice, one episode at a time.